But that's what you do in college. Like it's shock and awe of like, look,
Right.
you're gonna get the best stuff out there because we know you're not at the skill level to use it. But learn how to use the best stuff, because when you get into the real world, yeah, we don't have meetings with 10-foot tall screens.
Well, they're under COVID stuff, so like half the class is logging in. The other half was there in person in masks, so it was really, really cool experience. But man,
That is cool.
They have so much hope for the future. I love it.
Give it another year or two.
Yeah.
How's everybody doing?
All good.
Peachy.
Peachy Keen.
My legs have mostly recovered from Disneyland.
You're just getting
Man.
stronger, my friend.
No. My muscles have been fine. It's the like friction burn from walking 10 miles.
You got some
in
chub rub?
jeans. No, like no. Oddly, on my shin, my jeans just like rubbing like back and forth on my shins. It's like a depilatory. I have like no leg hair on like the lower half of my legs.
Nice. Got some natural nair action there.
So weird, but it's growing back. It's probably gonna grow back great.
So here's something cool that happened. During the all hands meeting from our company, I won a prize. I won $250
Dude.
for office equipment. I ended
Hell
up getting.
yes.
I'm gonna get a sound bar on Monday. That's like a creative 5.1 surround sound, like with a subwoofer sound bar. Normally it's $300, but it was on sale, so I got that. So I'm gonna be upgrading my sound in the room.
Very nice. Ken.
I miss having a sandbar. Those things are cool.
Yeah, it's like 23 inches long, so it's like gonna fit. It's
Yeah, it
big
is.
boy.
So the one I had before on my TV, and it stopped working. Otherwise, we probably still have it. It had the ability to connect to Bluetooth headphones, and it was wonderful because like it was obviously not putting out the sound. Like it was just working as a mixer, but it was great because I could be up at night like I could watch a movie like full sound, full surround, all that stuff, but like on my TV instead of on my computer, and I wouldn't have to worry about waking anybody up. And I'm like, damn, I need to do that again, because there's some shows you just can't watch at 2 in the afternoon. Like it needs to be.
It needs
Like,
darkness.
I always had trouble watching The Expanse like in the afternoon. I'm like, I need to watch this at night. The entire show is set like
So good.
in space. You need
Right.
a dark atmosphere.
Space.
True enough. Well, that's
Alien
good.
is another one. You need the dark atmosphere.
True enough. Still good, even though it was done in the 70s.
So good.
It's practical effects, man. They just
Yeah.
Ahead of its time.
Way ahead. And God bless J.R. Geiger for his fucked up imagination.
Yeah, he knows veiny penis-like structures.
That's kind of what he focuses on. Kind of like the perversion of humanity in
does.
all sorts of ways.
Yeah.
Woo!
Your microphone cut you off right at the start of that, so I was just woo.
Yeah, I'm a.
Drew, how you doing?
We could
Nothing.
arrange
Everyone answer at
ourselves.
once.
We could be in an evolution of facial hair if we arranged ourselves properly.
In a way, yeah.
Bill, where is your epic man beard?
Oh, I got tired of throwing up and having to clean up all the time.
Oh God, yeah.
Flavor saver.
No, not a flavor. So I got tired of it. So it's like, which is
I'm
funny
sure
because
everyone
it was that week right after that everything just kind of stabilized for me. So I'm like,
Maybe the beard was making you sick.
oh, who knows?
It's a seasonal thing.
Toxic beard syndrome. I'm sure we could find some research.
So I'm gonna be a little sluggish. This is day 5 of the fast, and I found out that I was like trying to keep my water like at a balance, and I realized that I was like under that. So I started having like symptoms of dehydration. I'm like, oh shit, I need a drink. So yeah, I'm just like, woo, I'm feeling better now because I like had 2 of these, and I'm going like, shit, that's much better. I got to keep going because I was really worried that I was just gonna like exit out all my electrolytes because I'm not putting anything else in.
Is he talking? I just hear slur. Can you guys? No. We could gaslight you.
It'll be the best session ever.
Yeah, you'll go back and watch the tape and you'll be like, I was laying on the bed the whole time?
I mean, all we heard was Waterfist.
I have spent the day making things. I was going to, once this little bit is done with, I was going to gift Sinclair's character sheet over to Bill, just to see what sort of crazy freak show messiness that I had concocted, so he can see how it all works. I was going to basically, it's like, once you defeat the boss, and you can share it with everybody, of course, because I'm sure you'll all want to be like...
be messed up. Let's be honest.
Oh, it's going to be messed up, you're right. Oh yeah, I gotta get my
So
one.
how does Dreamscape work? Are we in like Matrix rules?
It depends on who's in charge of it. Right now, Natalie's in charge of this particular Dreamscape. If you go into an opposing or enemy...
Vision unlimited ammo that doesn't require reload.
Well, I think what we need to do is actually test, have her try and stop us, and we try to break her dreamscape with her trying to prevent it, and see if we're able to drive while she's driving.
I don't want to cause a psychotic break. Then the Dark Knight will like cease to exist.
Yeah, because Natalie is the important element there.
He might take offense to that.
Her safety would be his paramount concern. I don't know if she'd take you on personally.
I think he would have absolutely no issue just snuffing us out.
Well, I think y'all know what the cult vote is.
Yeah,
Well,
go
it's
in
gonna solve
now.
a lot of problems.
Freddy Krueger time, let's go.
Well, I
Solves
mean,
a lot
she
of
can.
problems.
What?
The biggest thing about like dream stuff is like Natalie can brief you guys on what to expect when it comes down to it, and give you the ability to understand what what threats you will be facing.
Well, that's weird, D. Starlight's answer didn't come through on Twitch.
Who?
Just FYI. Starlight? I think that's either you or Nye.
Star
Sorry.
Bright, how many stars do I
just
see
it
tonight?
says right? Question mark.
And Twitch? In the Twitch chat?
No.
Yeah, it's not there.
What?
It shows that Twitch is connected.
I'm just telling you what I saw.
I don't know, and I don't know who Starlight is
One
because the
more.
name that shows up here is in a totally different language. It's in Russian.
Oh no, that's the other person. The person that said, hey there! Like after Rent, Starlight said, hey there! And then I said, the cult vote's now in from Twitch. And then Starlight said again, right? I always thought Starlight was you, D. Is it not you?
No,
No.
I don't know who that is. No,
Wait, I have a suspicion.
and I don't. So the person you're talking about with their inquiry, that's like, so I see Restream.io with no name attached to it. I see hey there. I thought that was you.
Nope, that's Starlight. Starlight's chatted a lot.
Yeah, I'm not getting it on this side. Crazy.
Well, I always thought it was you because whenever Starlight answered, it was always you. It was always your answering.
Oh, I guess that is me. I don't know. but I don't know why it says Starlight. I didn't pick that name.
Isn't that like Jazz's old name or something?
I guess. I don't know why it's showing up like
yes.
that.
That's who I thought it was.
Yeah, she's not here.
I know she's not. I know she wouldn't be watching these streams. She ghosted you, so like.
We ghosted
I
each
always-
other. It was mutual.
Well, fair enough, but like, still. So yeah, you were the one that answered. Like, you must really be out of it because it's like.
I told you
you're
I'm
the person
sluggish,
that
but
needs
the
it.
yeah, I forgot that I even put that in there. Like I said, a little foggy. I was a little low on the water tank and realized it just before the stream started and was like gulp 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 gulp, and then I've started to feel things kind of doing this. So I should start to improve as the night goes on.
I hope so. Where's the?
It's already happening.
YouTube stream now?
Ugh! All right.
YouTube moved everything around.
Yeah.
I'm mad about it. There you are. Sorry, I didn't mean to derail everything.
You're good. All
No, you
right.
just gave me time to finish what I needed to do, so thank you.
So, last we checked, Natalie's freaked out, trying to figure out what the hell's going on. You
Just
guys,
Natalie?
Dark Knight doesn't really show a lot of expression on that one. We have Cult of Personality who's trying to sort his feelings out best he can. Because he's enraged and wants to be able to shred the hell out of Sinclair. So he's got one only mission right now. And the rest of you, which ironically, if y'all have noticed, Dravis is not with you. Because I never said he was there, and nobody asked if he was present.
I thought he didn't come with us.
No, he
because
did not.
He was like dealing with his own stuff.
Yep.
Have you seen all of the comments on your videos, D?
No, I don't see any
Your
comments.
stream has 73 comments on it.
What? Where? When?
What?
I haven't seen any. I don't even get notification. What?
They're all in other languages, though. Here, I'll show you. Here's your stream that's going on right now. And 1 month ago, Aniso Dima Pra Astisir. And Dese Du Ebano Ti Vena Ta.
Well, that's news to me. I don't know why I don't see them. Where are you seeing all that? Oh, well.
Well, go to the video I just showed you, or clicked on, and then at the bottom there's the comments section.
What video are you talking about?
What I just posted in the chat.
What chat? I don't see anything new.
On the OCC chat.
Night City OOC.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, it wasn't showing.
That's so weird. On the OCC chat.
Night City O.
What? It doesn't show me anything, Ken. It just repeats what you just said. That's it.
Where?
In your video, dude.
No, like go down below the video.
What? What are you talking about? There's just the video. There's nothing under it.
Oh my god. Okay, let me share my screen for a second then.
Uh-oh. Dayton broke the product support side of Ken.
You mean go to my channel in YouTube and look at the comments below?
Yeah.
And then what the hell did you send? How did that even work?
Uh-oh.
God damn it. Okay.
Hi everybody. I promise we're professionals.
See, are you seeing
Hardly.
my screen now?
No.
I'm sharing again. I'm sharing my screen.
I got a single like on this one or something.
One dollar.
Ah.
See, do you guys see that I'm
Thank
streaming?
you.
Am I not? Everyone else needs to validate my existence because D is not helping.
What stream?
Oh, press watch stream. Press Ken's watch
Dude,
stream.
Ken, you're on crack, man. That video has
I don't know.
nothing
Ken,
but...
Ken, I see it.
I'm looking at it. I'm showing it to you right now. Like, look at all these comments.
There's nothing. I literally went to the video in YouTube,
I
and it's
just
just like our
screenshotted- I
chat,
just-
the tube, and then the freaking other videos that are related to it, and that's it. There's no way to there's no comments.
No. I
You'll have to show me
screenshotted
later
it.
because I'm so confused.
Here, this
Here.
is it.
You should just send like a screenshot.
I just
sent a
screenshotted
too.
it.
There, thank you. Simple.
Oh, I cannot thank you both more for that.
It's like a dirt routine. Jesus Christ.
It's like, who's on first? Oh,
What the hell language is this?
what video? The video that's there. Where there? Over there.
Dude, I need to figure out what that is. I need to use Google Translate and see what they're saying. I got a heart in one of these.
Comments.
Well, there's like a bunch of roses and 3 weeks ago, and video novo después de 3 años. Like, okay. There's Arabic, it looks like. Like, you're just getting hit from all over the United States.
Yeah.
Or the world, I mean.
Bravo de Sandra Cesa. A entrevista com Elsa. Preta Gil en Megreth. What?
So
said.
so
I think
confusing.
that's saying
Harry
that you'd like
Potter
your penis
films.
sizes to increase.
Harry Potter films commented.
Okay, someone named Freddy Fish 13 days ago said, YouTube Premium is shit. Woke content, and they never got my race, gender, or language right. What a shithole.
Damn.
Yeah, 'cause that's what I talk about. What?
It must be bots. It's gotta be bots.
Yeah, it has to be, because I'm sure as shit not that popular yet.
Okay, yeah, this has to be. Like, this person said a month ago, almost 700k views, but not even 1k likes. Like, what? You hadn't had 700k views.
Yeah, no, again, not that lucky.
Okay, the top comment by Harry Potter Films is Portuguese, and it says, "Too excited to watch." I think that's pretty accurate.
What a crazy ass world we live in right now.
I think that the code base of YouTube's like put comments from other videos in in here somehow.
I think so.
The comment after that says Ebony Goddess, so clearly that is about our channel.
Yeah.
Where? This
Ebony
is-
Goddess, I worship you.
So that's a comment that's underneath a video of mine?
One day
Oh,
I
it's
will.
not there anymore. It's not there anymore.
evolve
If you refresh,
so much.
it's gone.
What the fuck is going
There's
on?
some bug. YouTube had a bug going on. We were seeing comments from all over the world.
I have a ghost
Okay,
virus
okay.
attacking my channel. Why?
Ebony Goddess, I adore you. One day I will evolve so much to the point of being able to do a feat with you.
If you'd like your penis to grow, please click this link.
That
I have to
so-
laugh about the whole Ebony Goddess thing because literally it's all males and it's basically the milk show with how white
don't
everything
know
is.
How I identify. Sometimes I identify as Ebony Goddess. And one day this person will evolve so much to do a feat.
Well,
So-
that, my brain is full of fuck. That's all I can
Welcome
I-
to Shadows, everybody. I believe that the Shadows is real.
We have technical difficulties.
It's
That's what we
just
had.
Firestorm
You know,
taking over.
that is what I'm going to have to rename this whole show. I'm just going to call it Technical Difficulties.
Aw, kitty.
Maybe that's the
So, yeah,
Yes.
we're in Dreamscape trying to figure out how we're going to go attack Sinclair since we have creepy
You're like
doorway
us in
into his
Dreamscape.
world.
Okay, everybody wake up.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Where's the where's my from Inception, the little token thing?
Diddly-doo, diddly-doo, diddly-doo.
Yeah, personal.
Called?
I don't know,
think
totem
it's
or something,
Totem, that's the word.
if I remember correctly, even at all.
That was correct. It's a totem. It's the thing that tells you you're in a dream or not.
Oh my god, I feel so much better. What?
Oh, it
Alright.
makes sense in Twitch.
Yeah, I mean, can't really read it. I'm blind as a bat. So, like I said, Dreamscape. Trying to figure out how to get after Sinclair. We got a freaked out Natalie, a protective Dark Knight dream creature trying to make sure that she's all right. Yes, thank you. I appreciate the screenshot. Then we have everyone else trying to sort out strategically how this is going to work.
And we're gonna try figuring out what the hell is going on.
Right.
How
Well,
does this work?
Right now, Sinclair apparently seems to have control over entry and exit, like he's blocking the ways out. Except for into his nightmare escape, which seems to have been his plan, but the connection between himself and Colt is what led him to be able to execute said trap. So, what's everybody's next move at this point? Because, like I said, Natalie's just trying to sort things out mentally, and you have the rest of the crew to sort of figure this out for the most part.
Ivar, I think, is kind of just blundering around at this moment. Like, he's like touching it almost like a mime. Like,
yeah.
And you see him just start picking at threads. Like he's trying to like almost like the dreamscape is inside like a glove, and he's trying to find like the string to like rip it apart.
Yeah.
And so with that, I'm going to start this mime-tastic evening with Ivar doing an occult roll to just figure out, can he actually reality shift inside of this dream in the normal parameters, or is he limited?
Roll that beautiful beam footage. Let's see what you got.
27.
Oh, I'm in the wrong one.
And the whole time, it's all like everyone's having a conversation, and Ivar is just like working his way through the group.
Oh, can I get? Go ahead.
I was gonna say this is like a membrane, right? Like.
Well, once the door is
That's what's
reopened,
coming
yes.
Out of the door, right?
Well, the door itself was slammed shut, if you recall, because Dark Knight went over and closed it immediately, trying to stop
Right.
invasion.
Wasn't there multiple doors open?
No, there was just the one. There were
Or,
three
one-
doors.
Yeah, that's
Three
sorry, that's what I
doors.
was trying to
Yes,
say.
there were three
There's multiple
doors.
doors.
Yeah,
Which was the one that opened to Sinclair's hellscape?
the far right. The other two don't work. She
But
was
the
working
entire
on one.
The entire hellscape surrounds the streamscape now.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
in
we-
it now? He's in our
Yeah.
dreamscape?
No, he's not in it.
No.
He's surrounding you.
We're in his, like, we're a reality
a
inside
bubble?
his dream.
Think of
Yeah.
a bubble inside of a bubble.
Our this
Like
chapter
Inception.
is called, we're trapped here. That's what it is, and that
Okay.
So the other two doors don't open. How much space is around us, like in our bubble that we have?
It looks exactly as it does. So you have probably miles and miles and miles, but it's just this dreamscape plane that belongs to Natalie.
Okay.
Trying to leave it could be problematic. Pff.
That might be useful.
So, 27 with your occult roll. This is sort of a stupefying magic that composes this particular world. You're going to have to draw on resources that are limited at best when it comes to your actual knowledge of occult. The most important thing that you do notice is that this world seems to be consciously and cognitively attached to Natalie in particular. And she's the source.
So can Ivar almost like see the threads that are coming from her? Because he's almost like he wants to look at like the schematics of this reality, I guess would be how I'd describe it. And he's
You're
trying
not-
to see like
You're not
like the
seeing
Matrix.
the threads. What you are is depicting them like as you, in a clairsentient sort of way. You can feel where they go. It's not that you see it visually.
Got it. Ivar is just without saying anything to anyone. He kind of looks at Natalie, and I would like to flick one of her like
Beans.
beams and see if she feels anything.
I need to have like an animation for when we do shit like this, and just be like sexual harassment, panda. Like have it just come up into the screen or whatever.
That makes me a sad panda.
I need to start
So,
figuring how to do that.
Ivar-
Exactly.
Yeah. Without even asking, Ivar's going to try and shift this reality and just see if he can, like, just shift reality to something not this without it impacting things and seeing if, like, nobody notices.
Right, so if you're going to try and do a reality shift, it is going to be a target of 10 with a threshold of 5.
Meanwhile, Barrick is going to pull one of his.
How do I count threshold
guns.
of 5?
You
Does
just
that
need to
even
hit
You
go
have to
high?
have a
5
minimum
successes.
of 5 successes before it's even counted. And
Got
what
it.
happens is that if you meet the 5 successes, that counts as 1. And then if you get successes after that, it adds on like normal.
Gotcha.
So Barrick is going to take one of his guns that's like not loaded and look at it and try and like
Damn, dude.
will the bullets into existence.
So yeah, so Ivar's just here. He, like, again, not talking. He walks right by the barrel of Barrick's gun, and like he's like staring down the barrel for a while, and then all of a sudden he just flicks. And what happens with 1 degree of success?
Nothing. You don't get a change or any kind of reaction whatsoever. It's basically like trying to push your reality shift through sludge. Like this world that you're in is actively opposing you, and you can feel that the moment you start to impose your will on it.
And as that happens, Ivar just reaches over towards the Colt and grabs him, and kind of like yanks him over and goes, "Look at this! Look right here! Do you see this?"
Are you fucking kidding me?
It doesn't
Isn't
work.
Colt is like pissed off right now, isn't he?
He's raging towards Sinclair, but he's like lowered his temperament down to be sociable, but he's not happy.
25 occult.
Yep.
So are you fucking kidding me? Why am I looking at this? And he just kind of cocks his head. 25.
And I'd like to point out what we're looking at is the barrel of Barrick's gun. I just that's like he's like, look down this barrel right here. Do you see that problem?
Well, it's a good thing Barrick has good trigger discipline.
It's not loaded,
That helps.
but you treat every gun as loaded.
Yeah, right. That's what you do on sets.
That means stare down the barrel until you pull the trigger.
So he's staring down it, thinking like it's Ivar doing like for something occult. And he looks and he goes, Ivar, you're fucking wasting my time. I have somebody to kill. Do
No,
you
I
mind?
am
Please.
not wasting your time.
And he pops back up and he goes straight to Dark Knight.
And he stops. He goes, "No, it's not working, Colt. I'm trying to reality shift, and I tried to think that this was the weak point right here.
And just
And
as
it's
he's
not
getting to
working.
Dark Knight, he just goes back and goes, that doesn't, he just non-verbal says,
Colt,
and then
can
continues
you
walking.
use your magic?
Turns around. 1, not your reality to fuck around with. 2, don't piss off the host. 3, please, for the love of everything that's unholy, don't be you. And then he just kind of turns and then goes to Dark Knight and says, so, any particular reason you closed the door on me? Just
We can't allow him to come into this world, even if he's surrounded our own dreamscape. There is no reason for him to invade this one.
good. Then I'll go there and I'll kill him.
It would be
I just
wise.
need you to open the door.
It would be wise
Not good idea.
to learn what it is he's capable of inside of that place. If he has control over the nightmarescape like Natalie does of her own, you're looking at close to suicide. Although, he looks at everybody at this point. The trouble is that we're dealing with something of a suicide mission regardless. Being trapped here will not sustain us.
Are we here in our bodies, or
No, being trapped here in this plane, Natalie's dreamscape.
what I mean is, Are we a bunch of passed out, almost corpses?
No,
back
you're
in the
physically
real
here.
world?
You are physically here, but
We're
the
corporeal.
strain of making and manifesting within this world will play its part eventually. Natalie will have to take normal rest. She's actively using herself to maintain this place, and her sleep is necessary. Like cycles of night and day, she must rest for a period and be active for a period. If she does not
Wait.
actually work with this, then the dreamscape can start to fall apart.
Wait, Dark Knight, I have a question. And,
Go
and
ahead.
Ivar's just like raising his hand in the group, like, Ivar has question.
Yes?
Yes, Ivar has a question, and Ivar's question is, are there moments in which Natalie is stronger at controlling Dreamscape, making it easier to prevent Ivar from Ivar? And are there times in which Ivar can be Ivar despite Natalie controlling Dreamscape? That is my question. Thank you for taking my question.
While the dreamscape is active, it will react as if the living body itself is being attacked. Trying to do such a thing is dramatic, dangerous, and also difficult. It will require a great deal of effort. Yes.
So I wrote down, like, before you said any of that, what Riv was doing.
Yes.
Can we roll back the clock, like, 3 seconds before you said what you just said?
Yeah, that's fine.
Because you just said something that would have stopped what she's about to do.
Right.
So let's see what happens. When Ivar and Colt were looking down the barrel of Barrick's gun, she kind of kneeled on the ground and just activated one of her runes. And around her, I don't know what this looks like in the dreamscape, but she starts to absorb mana from around her,
Mhm.
and just because she's just trying to test things out, this is in her own brain. She wants to see what would happen if she started actually sucking mana from around her out of the place near these doors, and so she fires off a few bolts of my magic bolts, just just 3 of them, just off in the air, not towards anything. And I wanted to see what happened in the next few seconds while the mana sink sucks down.
Well, obviously, whenever Dark Knight is in mid-explanation, you're going pew, 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 like that and just launching stuff off. So he'll be like, "What are you doing?"
Well, so then this is where you can tell me what happens. Does anything happen when I start to regain mana? Because we're in a dreamscape, that's just kind of ephemeral.
Well, so the dreamscape itself obviously doesn't follow the same rules on any part of this. Your mana sink is pulling mana, but at an extraordinarily slow rate. You're not really feeling anything come in very quickly. You're able to launch and you're gaining like one every 10 rounds is what that is.
Okay. That's actually good information to know. So I would be saying, like, when Dark Knight looks at this, like, well, the flow of mana here is 30 times slower than normal. And she looks over to Barrick, because Barrick have seen him use like the kind of the same capacitor as I have. Is like, so that's good to know. That's what she's just being experimental.
So
and
my
as
guns don't work, and my arcane capacitor doesn't work.
Ivar at this moment gets really close to Riv, and he's like examining Riv, like, except he's examining everything from below her chin and above her belly button. Like, that is where the magic is. And then he like looks at the gauntlet, and he kind of like goes to touch it. And does he recharge the gauntlet?
Yeah. It still works whenever you purposefully infuse it, yes.
And the moment he does that, you just see the Colt with his pinched going, and this is our usual.
Ivar can do this. Ivar will channel inner Ivar.
What does that even look like, we wonder? Don't answer. So, he's basically just thinking for a moment, Dark Knight is. He's trying to ponder what's going on, and he's thinking about it. I don't recall everything, but Did Sinclair always have his own nightmare escape cult? Was that something he was always capable of? Can't hear you. There.
Ivar
Can you hear
gets
me?
really close
Yeah.
to Colt right now.
Yep.
And he's now
It's like-
looking at Colt.
No. What he's done there is what he's always wanted to do. Make the world his family. So that was never ability he had. That was never ability the Scarecrow had. But for whatever reason, when they moved from us, they could create their own dreamscapes.
He looks over at Natalie. He's like, I'm going to have to go with them. She's like, okay. That sounds dangerous. He's like, it is. But we can't have them disrupted in this particular way without someone who understands how this whole thing works.
Ivar, have question.
Yes, Ivar.
Ivar right now is turned completely to the group, looking his own way. If we are bubble inside a bubble, Natalie, can you amplify our powers here if you so choose?
If we're here, but I guarantee
But-
you he's not going to want to come in if he's smart.
But if we're here and he's surrounding us, we're like inside of him. Could you like channel those powers to us as we go through the door? Like we have like little cord running through cord?
And she shivers
Put
whenever
the
you say
door-
inside of him. She's
relay
like,
switch. You mean like
Like-
Dark Knight would be a relay switch?
Like, yeah,
A
like
transponder?
like I just have extension cord. We plug it into Natalie and drive it through with us, and then boom, we blow up Nightmare Dreamscape.
well,
I don't think it works that way.
she's like, I can't push this beyond, like, it grows on its own, but I've never really understood how to make it grow more. When I started, I was only 13, and this was mostly what it looked like, but it's a lot bigger now.
At this moment, Ivar like spins around and he stares at the Colt. Then we go in, we blow doors off, and just let shit where land with it may, and we'll be okay. It's worked for us in the past.
That's all I've been saying.
Hey, D,
Yes.
I got one of my fun home stuff.
Oh, did you end up overloading?
I'm gonna overcharge, yeah. So, tell me what happens here. Riv's gonna sit down, and this is a pose you guys don't see because she does it alone typically, but she's in like a Zen kind of pose. And she closes her eyes, and I don't know how Ivar would see this because he can see magic, but I just activated Mana Mute. I'm disabling power or effects of non-sentient magic around me. Just completely blanking it out.
So what is it that you can see again?
Well, no, I'm figuring that Ivar would see something very interesting because he already sees magic around us,
Mhm.
around himself, I should say, and I'm muting it. I just activated Magic Mute. I've never activated that ability, but it's the overload of Mana Sync.
Right. So in other words, what happens is that where somebody is it within a field that the magic just stops working? Is that what that is?
Like
It didn't-
anti-magic shell?
Yeah.
We didn't actually say how far out goes. We probably should. This would
What's
be a
her
good
will?
opportunity to say. My will?
Yeah.
Or her rel. I'm role playing too good. 8. It's 8.
So 8 feet around you.
Okay. Let me
Dude.
write this down.
One of my favorite D&D metagame hacks involves an anti-magic ring.
Yeah.
What happens when Ivar touches this anti-magic ring?
You feel normal. Like you pass your fingers through and you feel yourself just go back to normal. In other words, you lose that you can sense just even within the digits of your fingers how they materialize into pure three-dimensional form and have no access to fourth or fifth dimensional.
That must feel weird.
Ivar don't like that. Barrick, is that how you feel when I touch you?
I would say it's... You ever touch your tongue to a battery?
Only on Saturday nights.
It's more like that feeling.
Well, that's not the
Like
bad feeling.
Like a funny bone. If I had funny bone, that sort of feeling.
Natalie,
I feel ignorant when I touch him. Let's keep going now. Go blow things up.
So I'm
So-
gonna let you guys do one more round of quote unquote round of chatting, and then Riv's gonna take action. So just letting you guys
so the thing is that Natalie's like, okay, obviously there's some of you that are poking around trying to do stuff, and I don't really know who. You seem to be really obsessed about your guns. Is there something that you need? Like, she's looking at Barrick.
He's been just like,
Yeah, he's been dicking around with his weapons the whole time everybody's been talking, and she's been like eyeballing him out of the corner of her eye, just trying to figure out what he's up to.
Well, my weapons are my religion. They operate on a
Mandalorian!
combination of physics, magic, and chutzpah. And I don't know how all that stuff works inside a dreamscape. Do physics take normal rules, or are they affected by your will? I can hit things that other people can't hit, but if you decide that I'm not hitting them, do my bullets just go wide, or can you make sure that my bullets always hit?
It's more like,
Or-
if you're going to shoot at something that I actually care about, I just make them unhittable versus trying to make your bullets do anything important. I can't control things that are a part of the physicality of the real world, but I can control everything that's mine, that's here. So in other words, you go to fire and I don't do anything to your gun, I just make whatever your target is either intangible or something else. That's kind of what I've been saying. This is sort of a crazy death wish to just go running in there, but again, I don't see another option. Now, if you want more ammunition or something, I can try. I can try and see if I can't manifest that, because I don't know. I don't know what else I
Wait
can
a
do.
minute. You're saying that our physicalities exist and Barrick's bullets actually exist? You can't manipulate those. You can only manipulate everything around them?
Right.
Only
So if
within her
Barrick-
realm.
So that's my concern, is I take this into the shadow realm over there, and suddenly I'm not able to hit anything.
Like I said, it's a long shot. Maybe
You might
if I
success.
manifest a bunch of bullets for you or whatever, they just disappear whenever you go into the nightmarescape. Or they don't. I'm basically thinking that if there is a fundamental layer of physics, God, I don't know what I'm really saying, but I mean, it's just if there's
Neither do I.
if there's like a
dream bullets to.
I mean, it's one dream to the other, and they seem to translate all the time. I've been able to bounce around in other dreams, and things like that have happened, so why the hell
Look,
not?
I used silver bullets when I'm fighting a werewolf. I use wrought iron when I'm fighting the Fae. I use UV when I'm fighting a vampire.
I got it. I got it.
They don't sell dream bullets at the store.
It's not dream bullets. I would try to model what's in the real world. Get it?
I don't have to get it in order for it to work.
Just give me a list of
Right.
what you need, and I can try and reload you. That sounds really weird. I can just get more, I guess. You want to try it out or not?
Well, he's gonna hold up his gun and say, "I would like a second one, and for them to just not run out of bullets."
I don't know if I can do the infinite thing. That's actually going to require a lot of concentration for me to actually perpetually manifest it.
Well, they don't need to exist after they hit their target.
Yeah, see, now you're asking for it to have extra conditions. Either I can make a bunch of bullets that do what they normally do, or...
Can you provide basic protection against, I don't know, dream effects?
Maybe?
I've got plenty of bullets, so
Dark Knight, can you come here, please, for a second? And they, like, step off and they go into a corner somewhere and they have a short discussion. And, you know, when they come back, Dark Knight is nodding his head once, then returns to the rest of the group. She's not necessarily confident that she can create a talisman or a shield or something like that, but she can manipulate me, as she's my creator. So perhaps I can create some sort of, with her help, some sort of field that, if everyone were to remain within, could dampen or disable certain effects. But It's
I think that would be
anyone's guess.
that'd be helpful. I mean, anything you can do.
And
Because
we shall do
frankly,
it.
So Riv wants to just walk into the door, so she's gonna start moseying over there.
Hmm.
She has mana mute still activated, but if anyone wants to stop her, it'd be a good opportunity to say something.
Well, if you're walking to the door with intent, like he'll start to notice Dark Knight will. And he'll just basically go blip, blip, like right in front of it. And he's going to be like going somewhere.
Does the mana mute affect him at all?
Doesn't seem to.
Okay. She sees that and she's gonna drop the power, and she's gonna slump because she's exhausted now. She used it for, let's say, a minute.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to wait at least a minute, or else I'm gonna be at a massive disadvantage.
Natalie, if you could entertain one more question.
Okay.
If I were to shoot at you as the owner of the dreamscape, how much effort does it take on your part to have the bullets not affect you?
Well, they'll affect me just like normal because they're bullets. And I would have to manipulate the environment around me, which is pretty easy. It's basically how fast can I get my wall up before you start firing.
So Sinclair would have to focus attention while I'm firing at him in order to... He can't just necessarily make himself intangible, for example.
No, because it sounds like he's, like, real, but then again, if he came out of his head, like, pointing at Colt,
Well, that...
he's real.
I have no idea what that
to deal
means.
with. Okay, well, click. He's locked and loaded. He's like, I've got enough experiments in here. We can just keep shooting while you guys figure out how to do your stuff.
Yes, Ivar, you have a question?
Do you ever get overwhelmed in your dreamscape? Can you only create so many things before it just becomes too much?
Anything within my realm can be manifested as much as I like, but like Dark Knight just said, if I do it for 12 or so many hours, it starts to wear on me, and I have to sleep. But, again, whoever it is that you're going after, I don't even know if they need sleep.
And what would happen to a person in the dreamscape if they happen to kill the owner?
Then the whole plane will start to crumble. It's not fast, but it will.
Okay.
How do we get out?
How do we exit?
Wait a second.
Yeah,
Hey,
how do we get out?
That's where Dark Knight
Colt?
raises his hand. He's like, me. Obviously.
Colt,
Right.
since Sinclair is you and you are Sinclair, do you think you'll have control of this nightmarish hellscape of fun?
No, because I'm me. And he's he. He's just like,
Okay, total side note. Has anyone watched the His Dark Materials on HBO?
I have not. I know what you're talking about, but I haven't.
So in the second season, it's the book Subtle Knife, and one of the characters has a knife, and he can literally like cut between realities. He just like pulls the knife out and cuts a line, and then steps through, and then like zips it back up. It is the coolest thing.
That is pretty cool. Okay, so
All right, Barrack's ready. I'll make him deal with physics.
well, it's either going to be one of two things. Exhaust him. Attrition, make it go forever. Or just, exhaust him with bullets.
I've got
That
335 attempts to exhaust him here.
well then I suggest that we get ourselves to it quickly.
And Ivar can exhaust anybody mentally.
I mean, you're
He
not
says,
wrong.
halfway under his breath. Stage whisper. All right.
Ivar at this point is literally looking inside his robe like he's looking for something, and you just like you hear things falling, like bottles are clinking, but all it is a robe swinging back and forth.
And
Doesn't Riv have like
Colt?
dimension door to like
I
pull
do.
grenades? Does
Yeah,
that
I've
work
got
in
a
here?
bunch.
Her abilities are unhindered, Like, she can launch fireballs and do teleportation, become intangible. It's all because it's focused around her and her physicality.
Well, I mean, like the whole reach into a pocket dimension and pull out grenades.
That deals with her physicality, so she can do it.
Well, when he mentions it, she's like,
Yep, it works.
like it's like, and then she
And-
pulls out a grenade and puts it back.
And the Colt puts his arm around Ivar and he kind of looks at him and goes, Ivar, when it comes to Sinclair, I want you to be the most Ivar you could possibly be. Can you do that for me, buddy?
Ransom
And I will let you drink with the bastard for 2 whole days.
And
That's a
Ivar
deal.
just kind of looks at him and goes, "Thank you for that, but Ivar is not feeling very Ivarish right now. Things are not working very Ivar-y."
Oh, trust
I
me.
turned off the mana mute, so at least that's gone.
No,
Okay.
but everything that's going on in here, where is it?
I bet Ivar, like, and correct me if I'm wrong, that you just like subtly are always manipulating your reality to a degree.
And
You know,
and
like
I'm
Manip-
kind of playing off his combat paralysis right now. That all of a sudden, like, Ivar in the dreamscape is like, wait, that there's supposed to be something right here I can play with,
Yeah, he's playing off of
And-
his disadvantage, which is pretty cool.
and he's just like right now he keeps trying to figure things out. And like when Riv went into her pocket dimension, he kind of like went into all of his, and he's like, okay, all my stuff is here. Like, oh, there's some bottles. I
Check
forgot
his
about that. Yeah, exactly. And now he's sitting there, and I'm looking through Ivar's his weaponry and trying to go, which reality shift is it? Like, we've always relied on that. I'm pulling them out just for the entertainment of it. So normally Ivar does a lot of defensive stuff. He's not certain that's gonna work.
Yep.
And so he might pull out more of his like things that create tangible realities, like the rabbits of Caraborn, or he's got the Archangel Gabriel's sword that he borrowed from him.
That's right. He
When
never
we
gave
saw-
that back.
No, he didn't. Ivar still has it. He's got the rope of nothingness that cuts through armor.
Wait,
And it's-
didn't Michael use that in a battle though? Maybe we did give it back.
Ivar. So Ivar had pulled it like just out of reality and had used it, and Michael was like, how did you get my? And he definitely did use it, but I think Ivar could almost like summon it.
Well, to follow the rules of all GMs, if it's written down, it does belong there. So, and I haven't corrected you, so I can't say anything against it.
Yeah.
All right.
So
As
Ivar's
it is.
got a few things, and
Yeah,
he might
he's got a
even pull out-
holy weapon of one of the greatest archangels ever. So, hooray!
Good stuff.
Yeah. What are the notes? I even have notes on it. What is this? Evil beings needing taking out. Pull God's sword out to help.
I like that you have like an advertisement. God, evil beings.
Jesus.
God's sword will help.
Well, I'll keep that in mind, since I'll have to keep that tangible in my brain.
Yeah, so that's kind of where I'm trying to play Ivar tonight.
Okay.
I don't think the bubble reality where he makes things blow up. He's like, that's not going to work.
Well, I think that the hour is nigh. Are we all pretty much settled on this little mission of ours?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Naya.
Oh, Kitty.
She saw it.
I heard that.
Yeah.
So as Ivar's walking to the door, you see him reach behind his back, and he kind of like makes a motion, and he connects the line of his tattoo that Jordan had helped him
God,
make.
that tattoo. Jesus Christ. That's a
And
callback.
he can negate damage one time per battle.
Yeah. That'll be handy. Use wisely.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, okay. Everybody's sort of filing at the door.
lead the way.
Going to switch this a
The
bit.
second that the door opens, Riv is going to use one of her runes just to preemptively activate.
My light turned off like right when you're like everyone's at the door. That was ominous.
That's funny. All right. So switching up the shared moose hack.
Oh, good God! I can see the song title. That's not okay.
Right, Mayor? Dun, 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 dun.
All right, Dark Knight will be leading the charge on this one. Natalie, beforehand, will actually touch him on the arm. There seems to be a shift in his person, similar to what Cult of Personality can experience whenever he's going between personalities. Though Dark Knight just kind of like leans his head back for a moment and then comes back and he nods his head. And Ivar, you'll feel a very interesting shift in the air. It feels like there's a dampening field that is put up that is causing the dreamscape to have less effect.
Interesting.
Friggin' cats.
What'd they do?
They knocked off one of my hard drives that I had on top of the computer. She was like like that and just knocks it out, so I'm getting like windows coming up all over the place. So, yeah. And he opens the door. Y'all enter.
Well, the second you enter, I was gonna roll my
Do
own
it.
die. Okay, I'll accept that. Yeah. The this as she opens the door, everyone will see the tall tale sign of her granite skin activating.
Nice. Always like what you fucking need, dude. I don't get it.
That's the character.
Yeah. And it's random. That's so fucking nuts.
I love it.
And then you see, and as he's walking through the barrier, you just see the coat get longer, and the hat just kind of appear, and then the huntsman is kind of walking forward. And we're going to use huntsman ability. So huntsman's ability is can track anything. So he's using his reality warp, and basically when he creates his reality warp, it creates a path to wherever he wants to go.
Well, you guys step all the way through. Once you're on the other side, there is an immediate physiological chill as you're met with the night sky, the large moon, and this forest of dead trees with the hanging unfortunate souls that are all in those branches. All of them slung by thousands of them, all strung up in various positions, some looking like they're dancing at a banquet, but hung from the neck and speared in through the arms and legs. Others put into strange, almost more metaphysical styles of like contortion while they are suspended in the air. Most of these are corpses by now with a heavy level of decay and the rest of it. And at a greater distance, at the wall of dead trees, you have Sinclair waiting there with his hands folded in front, and he just has this subtle smile on his face. And he just looks at us like, "You want my death, Colt? You will you'll have to earn it." And then he steps backward into that shadow and vanishes completely. But you still see the trail. Perfect.
Colt, should we just burn this place down?
That's what we're planning.
Oh, you want to talk to John? No. We got to follow the path, son. We got killing to do.
Can we just start burning and light a wall of fire in front of us?
Nah, save your strength. He's going to set traps, and he's just kind of like, he's just holding dirt in his hand. He's going to set traps. He's going to be sneaky son of a bitch. But I can always find the way.
What does it take? I don't have any notes on this for Ivar to pull out Gabriel's Imperium sword.
Well, if it's just stashed away in your little pocket dimension, that's just going to be...
Just, he pulls it out.
Yep.
Ivar pulls it out. We never set up its attack or damage ability.
I have
only
that.
thing that it.
I have it in my head, so don't worry.
Okay, you have it in there. Perfect. Ivar pulls the sword out and
That-
let its.
Yeah.
I was gonna say-
Basically it gleams like so. The blade carries with it an almost English-like styling, even though that wouldn't have been a standard. But obviously the feeling and the effect of all of that religion centered around it has made its shape so. So you have the standard cross style long sword. It's very light in your grip. The blade is silvery, almost white. You can see it brandished against moonlight as it almost blinds you as you like turn it around in your hand. And there is definitely a hum of energy that is coming from it.
And as that comes out, you just see Ivar's true faith turn on. To like just the shine
Fully
of
erect.
the whole. Yeah, he's going holy in this place.
All right. So, the ground is nothing but dead earth, packed, almost dusty. When you approach this forest, you get maybe 20, 25 meters away. And you can see the shiver and twist, there's no wind, of these strange corpse puppets as they start to acknowledge your presence. And they start to disentangle and break free, still carrying the various threads and string that used to hold them in their position, and they land in a standing position and become absolutely and utterly ravenous. And so you're seeing them just drop. You can hear the thuds of it, and then you have the forest at eye level starting to illuminate with all of these glowing red eyes as they start to come awake, in a sense. And then mutual snarls start to actually cause a rumble in the air.
Combat awareness.
Yeah.
No.
Or combat sense, I guess.
Yeah. I used to say combat sense awareness because that was the way it was always phrased to me, but
I got a 19.
well done.
$24.
Hike.
23.
Nice.
You got the classic hype.
There is.
How many baddies just landed around us?
Not around you, they're ahead of you.
Or yeah, okay. But how many of them?
Thousands.
Excellent.
That's what it said. Alright, who got the... let's see...
I mean, Drew's always last, so that works.
Yeah. Alright, and then crazily enough... they rush.
Crazy enough. Didn't expect that one.
Right?
Who knew?
Yeah, well, they speed across that short distance in a swarm and manage to get this attack going before you guys have a chance to react first. It's crazy. Alright, Bill, make me 5 dodges.
Oh, yay.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. Whoa. Wow. Yeah, you get slammed, and they all come at you as it's startling how fast they move. Dark Knight is obviously staying within close proximity, a little bit of a distance away from Ivar, and yeah, Jesus Christ.
So he gets tackled, and you just see the hat just kind of poof off with the impact.
Yeah.
The poof.
Right. Well, here's what's crazy is that they all maul you. All of them. They all manage to get past every single one of those dodges.
Wow. Okay, well, this is going to be fun.
For short.
Yeah. 5, 6,
Hey, at least my characters go out nicely.
7, 8.
Well, see, they have to kill every one of your characters. So after that one dies, it's recharge the health bar.
We never discussed that.
You take 36 damage, which isn't even their maximum. They're actually clawing through your armor and the rest of it, and you can hear them just rampaging and snarling, trying to get after you.
Okay, so he takes 36 damage. Oh, I thought that was going to be worse. Okay.
Well, so it's 5 of them, and if they keep that shit up, it's going to be a problem. But yes, you are pretty king shit when it comes to taking damage.
He's our tank DPS.
Yeah. But you'll also be swarmed and crushed if you're not careful. All right. I need 1 dodge from you, Barrick. Well, lucky for you, that little guy botched.
You should run to the litter at 6 feet.
Yeah, so you basically swing clear of these things where it's like trying to make these multiple clawing attacks against you. You manage to just keep your distance. And then Riv, you need to take 4 dodges.
Granite skin indeed.
I think my dice are trying to save you guys' lives. Don't bother, they botched.
Oh, okay.
Seriously.
Just like getting ready, and they're like, ah!
Well, I mean, you're basically like, like just juking, dodging, like basically doing the Riv thing, which is very melee oriented. So you're like tossing one, moving aside, ducking, and just kind of filtering through as they basically pour past you like water.
I am like the water.
Yeah.
I'll attest to the fact that maybe my self-awareness of the dreamscape, I'm able to affect a little bit around me.
All right,
My
and
willpower is such, but whatever, I'll take it.
And I gotta roll for Dark Knight. Oh Jesus, he's getting pounded. All right, so Ivar, you have got 4 attackers on you, and so we have to have 4 dodges from you, sir. 4 dodges or
1,
some kind of parry. Do you have?
2, 3. Oh. Do I have what?
Is your melee higher than your dodge?
Oh, my melee's way higher than my dodge.
Roll that because you're going to be basically swinging the sword and kind of half panic. I would take that over because you can just parry that way.
Okay.
Try to threaten and attack.
Like a hot beef injection.
Yeah, Ivar's got his true faith on. He's got his sword,
shit.
and he's...
I almost forgot. Forgot you had true faith on. 1 sec. One of the few things that so you get 4 attackers come running in. They close in that distance, and you're like, "Arrgh!" Like that, just basically pointing your blade out at them, trying to keep them off. And they hit this barrier and trying to crawl through, and you can see the immediate, like, just they can't close in. the barriers up, and they're just being blocked by some sort of invisible force, and they're just kind of like shriveling and taking pain. And you start like taking on more. They start to pile up around this minor dome of weird white blue light, and you're just kind of like
So all I see is Ivar there with the sword. Except they can't come, and Ivar's just...
Yeah, I'm so glad you have that on. I think you probably would have died if you didn't have that activated.
For the 4th time.
I think he would have died, like just straight
Yeah,
up, because
I'm...
we're not playing this. We're not playing for cheaps right now. This is the serious shit.
Kid gloves are off.
Yeah.
So holy things seem to work.
So far. And Barrick would definitely take notice of that. Okay.
Light bulb.
And then I gotta move those out, and we're gonna say... Yep, okay. I roll. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. I made 6 dodges for Dark Knight. He critted 3 times. And I had
He's
to...
dodging then.
Yeah, well, he's actually got 2 of these swords. They're basically straight. They're ninjatos, is what they are. He's got the standard size and he's got the wakizashi size, and he's using them like to basically just dodge, parry, juke, do all that. He's getting around them, even though there were more of these enemy on him than any of you. But he's managing to stave them off. This is psychotic. Yay. Alright, well. Bill, you're basically pummeled over, dealing with being scratched and, ravenously attacked with bites, etc. GOT reference, yeah! But it's now your shot.
You just basically have the huntsman who's just like sitting there and says, son of a bitch, this is why I don't come out. And then switches back into John and goes, ah, fucker! Because he's experiencing all the pain for the first time.
Right.
So he wasn't happy.
Nope.
So he's surrounded like this, and he just kind of reflexes. It's like, fuck. Panic look, and then he just... so when we're taking a look at using his Unholy Arcane, what if he were to utilize his Unholy Arcane with Prime, Forces, and Spirit to channel Divine? What would happen if he did that?
Well, I mean, he would have a lower threshold. You're in distance of Dark Knight, which is part of the benefit. So instead of tackling a threshold of 5, you've got a threshold of 2. So as long as you keep that in mind, you can attempt to make the spells work any way you like.
Okay, as long as I keep distance from him.
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as you stay within distance of Dark Knight, yes.
Oh, within distance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to stay within his field. You can kind of feel where he's at.
Okay, so I'm out. I'm not in his distance right now. So John realizes that, and for his first ability, what he's going to do is he's going to kind of do like an air bubble. So like basically use his magic to create an air bubble to push things away from him, and then channel that air outwards and kind of propel him towards Dark Knight.
Basically do a jet launch, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So pop out and then boom.
Target 7, threshold 2.
Okay, we're just going to do 5, 8, 10. 1, target 7.
You're unable to pull it off unless you can get one more success. If you pump that 6 up by 1, you'll do it.
Yes, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to spin my luck. And 2 degrees of success.
Okay. First of all, what's your will and... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm actually thinking about the new system ahead of this. My apologies, because I was like, I gotta dictate the power, how powerful.
What's your tolerance?
Yeah, right. So you launch with this jet stream of air. You're just like that, and you hear them going like that as they get pulled completely off. And you go launching and then standing, kind of doing this roll, and you're closer to Dark Knight at this point. The field is a little stronger, but you're out of the main fray, and you can see Dark Knight just like moving in a circle and just kind of keeping these things off of him.
Okay. So now that he's out of the main fray, he's going to use his 2 turns. So what's he facing right now, like for the massive inning? Because you said thousands.
Yeah, they're starting to pile in, so you're going to become more and more surrounded as time goes on if you don't act fast.
So he's gonna basically do a wave of magic that's away from everybody else towards the mass of the targets.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to create a tidal wave of flame.
All right.
So that it crashes and rolls over them too.
Sounds good.
What is the target?
It's going to be target 9, threshold 2.
What's the threshold do again?
You have to make 2 successes for it to count, but if you meet the success threshold, then it only counts as 1, and then you get successes afterwards.
Okay, thank you.
The iron will work with that.
Only whenever he's using it in defensive capacity.
So I'm going to use luck again to bump those 2 8s to 9s. So that's 2 degrees of success?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, in this case, it should be... No, it's going to be 3 degrees of success, actually.
Okay, thank you. Oh, the threshold was 2. I have to get a minimum of 2.
Right. Oh, I'm sorry. You're
Okay.
correct. It is 2 successes because when you meet threshold, that counts as 1, and then you have everything afterwards. So you're right. It's 2.
Okay.
Sorry. I was thinking about under standard conditions. Yes, 2 successes.
Okay.
You create this pulse wave, and you're trying to aim it toward where the mass of them is, right?
Well, think like an ocean wave, but of fire.
Right.
Instead of shit. Yeah.
Curling up and just crashing on.
Are you infusing any of that divinity or trying to?
Trying to. Like a holy flame.
Well, you're not sure if it's going to work, but the fire does seem to affect them pretty well, given the fact that it rolls over like a good 20 or 30 of them immediately, just going straight out. You can see them just clambering through it, creating now flaming, running, snarling zombies. But what was the damage?
Damage is going to be... It's will plus melee rank plus power rank.
Yeah, I believe so.
No, that's the attack. No, it's power times 8 plus will. So I did 7 times
Right.
8.
So that you're talking about the power rank times 8, right?
Yeah.
And your rank in the what you used. What was like? How many dice did you end up using again? Was it 1,
7.
2, 3, 4? Yeah, all 7. So you pushed your airtate to the max.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I believe that's 56 plus your will is what, 10?
Mm-hmm.
66 damage, but you had 2 successes, so it doubles.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a lot. So they basically turn to ash, if I am not mistaken. Brain fart, 132. Yeah, you turn them to straight up ash. Just whoosh, rolls right over the top of them. There is a nasty smell of burning meat, and then just kind of this burnt hair aroma that follows with it. When the flames finally stop their roll and peter out, you see charred ground, bones, and like some of them took residual damage just on the outside of that wave. There are more that are starting to try and push through, but they're slower going down that same the same corridor of burnt ground. They're kind of slowing down a little bit as there's still a lot of like energy trapped inside of that. All right, so was that the end of your attacks?
That was one of my attacks.
Well, you also used a spell to boost yourself out, so there's technically 2 spells.
Play it that way. Play it that way. It'll just make this even better.
Okay.
Whoop. Ugh. God. Foggy brain. Foggy brain. All right.
Well, I mean, with his melee master, he's got the 3 attacks, but he's going to hold off. So.
Oh, you're going to hold? Okay. Yeah. So yeah, if you use the 1 spell, yeah.
A second.
That means Riv, you're up next.
And so how many did he clear out?
Like 30, somewhere around there. 30 or so, maybe a little more.
So the first thing she's going to do is activate a rune.
Okay.
And she gets regen. So she's basically really going to be really hard to kill right now.
God, she's got regen and granite skin? That is psychotic.
Yeah, she's going to be really hard to kill.
Yeah.
But
good lord.
So she's going to run at just run at them.
That sounds like Riv.
Yeah, I mean the first thing she's going to do is
windmill.
Yeah. About how big are these guys on
They're
average?
Anywhere from like 5'2" to 6'2".
Okay. I think what she would like to do is try grabbing into the middle of one of them, like pushing her fist into it.
Yeah.
And then like shooting off a magic bolt as her first action. And actually just fire off all 3 into the core of that thing. And then using I have 2 melee actions. For my second, I'm going to grab it, hopefully its corpse, and spin it around like a windmill.
Basically, do the whirling dervish and see if you can smack everything down.
Yep.
I believe. What enhancements did you have with your body again? Like, what's your body at?
It's at 13 right now.
Oh yeah, you can easily do that. Never mind. You're
good.
good.
Very helpful. I also have focus skill in melee, and I have melee master.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do I roll to close in and do the punch? Is that just melee?
Well, it's your martial art or melee, whichever is higher. Because
Well,
martial
melee-
art's the more disciplined.
doesn't seem very disciplined. This is like just I'm gonna punch you in your chest.
Yeah, it seems like drunken brawler type crap. So.
I'll take that. And then I'll, if it hits, I'm gonna fire off my 3 bolts.
Hell, you could do that even if you miss.
Oh yeah, that's true. I'll roll that now too. Let's see, my will is 8. My rank in melee is 8, so 16.
Okay.
That's my 3 shots.
So, what's interesting about this kind of a fight is that even if I were to say, you miss, I don't know how that would be possible unless you're shooting straight up in the air. There's just too many of them, and they won't be able to get out of the way fast enough eventually. So, all 3 of those will hit, but you sock into the chest of this thing. You can tell that it almost made its way out before you did that, but you caught it. You managed to predict its movement. You plunge your fist straight through, fire away. You get all 3 shots off. You don't exactly know what happens to the targets on the other end. And then you can have your secondary doing your whirling dervish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
Full
that
360
melee
crazy.
again?
Yeah. Stop getting...
I'm going to actually use a little bit of luck and re-roll that.
Ooh.
So I have 0 luck spent, that's 2. Alright, so 28 is the result.
All right. So you start spinning around. You clip a couple of them. This thing is just like on the end of that. So you're like whirling it around. Like I said, you managed to actually snag a couple. You don't know how damaging it's going to be. It feels kind of like light contact. But I mean, you're just too busy having fun. If you ask me, I can see this shit-eating grin on her face, and she's going like, ah! Like, just.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Okay. Yeah. So at this point, that's the end of your attacks. Yeah.
That's the two of them, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So Ivar.
It's Ivar's ahead of Barrick?
Oh, Scott already went though. I thought. Did I miss you?
Oh.
Really?
No, he hasn't gone.
Shit! I skipped over you, man. You should go, Scott. My bad. I screwed up the order.
Well, I think regardless of what Scott's gonna do, whatever I was doing happens.
I think there's enough things to kill for everybody.
Yeah.
All right, so Barrick's got the blunderbuster out
Oh,
because
you sweet son of a bitch. I love you.
because my notes of it say 12 round 12 gauge shotgun with 2 rockets. The rockets are spent, but it's a
Yeah.
12 round shotgun
Yeah.
with a rate of fire of 3.
Yeah.
And Hammer of God hooked me up with Blessed Sunflower Slug,
Oh, that's right.
of which I had 80, and I'm down to 79. So, after a conversation with Colt months and months ago, I have kept these Blessed Sunflower Slugs for when we needed to fight Sinclair. Because we literally had a conversation and he explained the whole Cenobitic thing to me and all this. And
Dude,
said, that's gonna be
seriously, chef's kiss to
your
that.
money.
Well done. Well done. Well played.
So, I have 12 sunflower slugs in this gun. It's a rate of fire of 3, and I've got Range Master rank 2, so I get 3 ranged attacks.
You get 6. Yeah.
Well, no, I get 3 shots, 3 shots, 3 shots.
Yep.
Because I have 2
Right. So you have
extra.
9. Yeah, you have 9 shots. Sorry.
So I'm going to spray and pray with these holy
You
slugs.
blessed son of a bitch. God damn it. Does everybody remember that scene from the Expendables, like the first one, where they're in that little cavern and you hear like boom, 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 boom? You just see people blowing up. That's exactly what's
Yeah.
going on in my head right now.
So, and since the shotgun is a rifle, I have Blunderbuster type as rifle.
Yeah.
So I have a rank 4 in my rifle and a 24 in my martial art.
Right. So that slaps you at a 28 because of your gun kata.
Yep. So 28.
Well done, sir. God damn.
Shot 1. Shot 2. Shot 3. These are low. Oh, there we go. So first attack with 3 shots.
Just keep it going, man.
Second. Oh, it's a miss. Oh, 2. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so I'll spend 2 luck to bump those botches up to the 2 botches up to a 2.
Okay. So all 9 rounds are going to be sinking into targets.
And they're, you know,
Yeah. So you pull this thing up. Mind you, this shotgun is like damn near 4.5 feet long. It's got
Yeah.
a really long barrel on it. So you're just like that, and you take aim. It's like blow, blow, blow. Like you're just firing. Like they are coming apart. Every single time one of those slugs goes through, it's nailing more than one target. It is absolutely decimating with like the chest, the head, wherever you target. They just goes right through, and you're hitting 2 to 3 targets a whack. And it is absolutely devastating. You watch them burst into white flame and just start dropping.
55
What was-
damage per is what it says.
Yeah, well, and the holy basically acts like double.
And then I'm gonna boom, 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 reload.
Yeah. You guys are getting just above their damage threshold. So, yeah, I mean, you're just like, blam, 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 blam. Like, it's fucking crazy. God damn. I think this was what Barrack was made for.
Yeah, he's definitely the ad clearer.
Yeah. He's in a shooting gallery. It's his favorite.
The
Free fire.
gun kata doesn't work because it's a target-rich environment. Physics works.
Yeah. So now we go to Ivar.
Oh, and I'm down 9 shots, down to 70.
I'm not sorry for this.
As
I
we
love this
started
clip.
this,
Oh my god.
it's a new cock gun. From the start of this whole episode, Ivar has been trying to figure things out. And before he does it, he would like to do a tactics roll and then an occult roll. What he's trying to figure out is he's got a holy divine sword in his hands. And he wants to know if he can almost draw that divinity out and spray AoE it out in either a holy flame or his holy light and take it as far as possible. And so first
Yeah. That Terminator one, yep. Yeah, well, make your tactics roll. Jesus Christ. Roll it again and add. That's
27.
Yeah. Alright, well, you realize that
And-
this is going to not necessarily work if this is a battle of attrition for your tactics roll. The only way that this is going to work is eventually, and this is the perfect way to combat you guys. The problem is, with this many targets, as badass as you guys are, you'll survive a while, but you'll be out of bullets, you'll be out of magic, you'll be out of everything. And you'll have to try and figure out what the hell the next challenge is, and there's only a matter of time. It's literally a waterfall of death trying to wear you out. The only thing that is stopping that onslaught is the barrier that keeps them at 10 feet away from your person, because they can't get through. And so a little idea will pop into your head. Everybody should be inside of that bubble, even if they're uncomfortable.
Can the sword and getting that bubble, that sword I have is a holy sword.
Mm-hmm.
Can I channel that sword with my reality shift and expand the light?
The sword is a very strange object. If you try to bend its will, you feel that there is an insurmountable consciousness buried within it. It does very certain things. It will not bend to you. You have to surrender to it.
Got it. So Ivar, at this moment, looks up to everybody and says, "You got to get near Ivar." And
Yeah.
he starts walking.
Nice.
And,
By the way,
and-
Book of Boba Fett, fucking amazing. I finally got to see all that.
Hey, not yet. We haven't got there yet. And what Ivar is going to do I think Ivar is going to delay
Okay?
his attack and almost like he's trying to walk. His goal is walk towards people. Get in here. We're going through them. They can't get through Ivar. Let's go. and he's holding off a delay of attack. The attack that he's thinking of doing
Mm-hmm.
is almost surrendering to the sword and letting the sword amplify his ability to provide a divine attack on this undivine things.
All right, well, you'll be busy doing that. And then Dark Knight notices the same thing, happens to go out and just shouts, "Everyone, to Ivar, now!" Just starts going that way and starts trying to find his way to him. So that'll be everybody's basic inclination, is to get to Ivar as fast as possible.
Group hug.
Yeah. And even though there are a lot of you, all of you can stay within 10 feet of each other. Or stay within the 10-foot radius that he's producing. So that's more than enough space for everybody to fit.
Look, Colt and Barrick are both uncomfortable being this close to Ivar.
Yeah.
I think you guys are at the exact.
So
end
how
of
is
10 feet.
how is the
Different
holy
reasons.
aura affecting the cult?
It dampens you. It kind of hurts. You get a massive headache, but you can penetrate it, which has always been what you can do. It's never full-on blocked you. And you think that the reason why that might be the case is because Ivar kind of likes you. So he can just kind of go like, yeah.
You get true faith light.
All right, so everybody will have to make a break for Ivar's little bubble. Let's do a bit of an interesting thing here. I want to start at the beginning, but let's see here. Can we have Bill first? Yeah, 4 dodges or parries to deal with. Go. Dodges or deflections. Let's see what you get.
Fucking noise.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's 4, and then let me do 1d10.
He dodged so well it punches his own friend.
That's a parry.
He knocks Ivar out and just says, "Someone carry him."
Well, that's rather large. So 41 for
Ooh.
1.
Nice.
So 24, 41, 28, 27.
Wait, can I parry instead of dodge?
Yeah, you can do defensive actions that you can use, like weapons or your hands and parry motions, that kind of shit, yeah.
Like my Ripper Claws I can use to
Yes,
parry?
you can use to parry with those, yes.
Shit, yeah.
Everybody's putting it together. It's all coming together.
What's my dodge? 17. Yeah, my melee is higher than my dodge. Plus, if they touch me, those are holy claws.
That they are. That they are.
Should do some work.
All right, so let's see here. We got...
Yeah, my melee is higher than dodge right now too. I might as well parry.
All right, so you manage to, clear one, but you get clipped by a few of them. You only take, you only take 15 damage. But you managed to make it to Ivar. Okay, all right, Scott, it's yours. And I need you to make 5 defenses.
Woo! Alright, so just my melee if I'm doing a parry.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean a D10 plus, yeah. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. Alright, 24, 29, botch, 29, and 34.
Okay, do you want to do anything with that botch by chance?
Nope, because I have no more luck left.
Oh my
Wait,
god.
when did you use
Recharge.
luck?
I used 2 earlier to get hits. I was at. I'd
You
already
never
spent.
used your luck
I had spent 4 prior to.
to this session.
Okay.
Well, I spent my luck with my big, gigantic Dragonfire grenade launcher to take out helicopters. I wasn't sure if we recharged after our escape from. The
Your armor, is it blessed by any chance, or like magically warded or enhanced? I can't remember.
Well, I have the warding bracelet, but nope, I just have regular armor. I have like subdermal armor and all that stuff, but I don't have any like cool magical leather jacket.
If I have luck, then I'll use it. But I had 4 spent, and I spent 2 in this, and I only have 6. So.
Well,
wasn't
that's
sure
right. You're
if we-
not. That's right.
I'm
I'm
lucky.
always used to my like 10 lucky. I have 10.
Well,
luck.
yeah, I just don't
Yeah.
know if we recharged between escaping the manor and getting to Dreamworld.
Wasn't
Yeah,
Dreamworld,
you
we
do.
were in the manor.
You guys, so like
Escaping them?
you before this combat, technically speaking, the session had calmed down, so your luck will reset. So whatever you
Okay,
had,
then I'll spend a luck to bump that dodge.
right? Are you just pushing it, boosting it, or re-rolling?
I'll do a reroll add. So instead of a 22, it's a 25.
Gotcha.
Okay, so I have spent luck. There we go.
What's your total health levels? Like all of your HP?
I have 20 per health level and 10 health levels.
Oh, thank God.
And
I always worry that I'm gonna
armor-
kill you guys doing something stupid.
And then my armor, I don't know wherever they're hitting me, but my
Well,
legs
these creatures
are
seem to cleave right
67.
through that armor like it wasn't even there, which is
Alright.
the problem. Because they have AP mundane, and that's what makes them very dangerous.
Can I warding bracelet?
They're not casting a magical spell.
No, my and cop ancestor bracelet that was made by Colt for me, or does that take more?
What is
preparation?
what is the effect of it again?
Shield wall bracelet, a bracelet of interlocking tiny shields, summons Barrick's cop ancestors. It's a line of spirits that negates X damage based on degrees of success of a will check, crafted with spirit and prime.
I was very proud of that one.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's like a reaction, whatever.
Oh. A line of cops appear before Barrick and start firing.
He comes from a long line of law enforcement by his father's father's father at the beginning of time. That's what.
Okay,
full description
so
says.
this is the only time that divine intervention can be used for Barrick this session. Period. You actually got it. There is a divine intervention that comes through. You may use the bracelet even though we already declared your parries.
Oh, sure. I mean,
So
I'm fine if I can't. So.
right. But the divine so you have a choice. You can use the divine intervention here. It'll still, if you don't use it, I will have one for later, but that may not be successful. If you do use it, that means that you can use the shield bracelet to defend against damage.
Yeah, I'll use the shield bracelet. I've never used it before.
All right. Roll that will check then.
Barrick just has this moment of like, I will hold my ground, and then all you hear is copy, copy.
He's got a weapon.
Oh, wow. Oh, that was awful, Scott.
Oh, and I got an exploder. And that doesn't count. So, and then I have Iron Will, so I have 1 success. So I don't know what the target was, but
Well, in this case, I think you have, yeah, you've got 2 successes out of that. Because the 1 negates, but 2 successes is good enough. How much damage does it say it blocks per success?
X damage.
We'll say that it
all
takes
for
on
X.
one of these targets each.
I'm just trying to look. Oh, here's what we said. Will check target 7. Each success is 10 damage absorbed by the shield. That's what my character power. I never clicked the character power tab. So it says will check target 7. Each success is 10 damage absorbed by the shield.
There you go. So that means that you only take 56, but it's basically like scrapes and cuts comparative to what it might have been beforehand. A little more
Yeah,
damaging.
cool. 56. Neat.
Wow, that would have definitely killed Ivar.
I even have a GIF for this. Let me see. Boom. There we go.
Riv, you're up next. You've got 6 defenses.
Excellent. I'm gonna try doing the parrying.
Right.
Don't let him touch you.
Alright.
Oh, that even works because I'm like parrying instead of trying to dodge. So then it's like parry, 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 shield. I'll take it.
Yeah, basically what happens is the apparitions of your ancestors, 2 of them appear and they tackle 2 of the ones that were coming after you, keeping them away.
Creepy. I like it.
Huh. Okay. That's not. Luckily, that's what was like
Makes it
adding on to that.
22. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a 22. I'm glad I got that one out of the way. Let's see. 1, 2, 3.
Gotta use up your ones early.
All right.
I was just trying to find a GIF, I swear, for Riv, but this was awful.
Okay, I'm gonna reroll.
Oh God, Jesus.
That's messed up.
That's Riv.
Wow.
Okay, so the second one is 28 or 29 instead of 21. So
Okay,
that's
so you're trying to dodge, parry, do that thing, and run to Ivar.
5.
What do you have for armor?
Just a second. I'm doing maths. Okay, that was all my armor. I have magical armor right now.
Yes. Yep.
My skin is 6. Oh, so depending on where it hits, if it hits my head, then it's 120 or 112. Everywhere else is 127.
What? Your armor?
His granite skin.
Armor.
Yeah.
Sorry. I was adding up the armor and the skin. Sorry, my armor is 55.
Oh, well, your armor is totaled together. I was just trying to make sure of it, so it's still upwards. Oh, I keep thinking that I'm in the new system. Like, I've written that so hardcore. I'm going like, that shouldn't be possible. That doesn't make any sense. Like, I forgot how high the numbers were.
Yeah, my armor's at 87.
Oh, God. It's going to be awesome when we can get around that.
I'll be like 12 in the next round. Stat squish.
We'll have to set a date where we redo our character sheets to go into the new system, to play the new system.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Maybe the brand new world that the Outsiders is trying to make for us.
I built Barrack on the new sheet, except I don't know how to do my cybernetics.
We'll have to go over that. All right, so you take 31 damage as you're trying to run through all these guys.
Plus 31.
Is there anybody damaged to a point of you're pretty far down? Because Ivar has.
What is my max health right now with my body the way it is?
Well, if you're
It
talking
only
about
goes up
the,
to
I don't
5.
think did you still have your suit on? Because again, the suit only gives you a bonus of body-based
I don't
stuff.
have the suit. No, my body is up plus 13 or plus 6 because of the granite skin.
Right. What's your body bonus anyway?
The bonus is 5.
Okay. What was your? Do you have hard to kill or anything else like that? Like, what's your current?
I have pain tolerance, hard to kill.
How many hard to kill?
1.
Okay. So what's your total? What is your total health level max right now without modification?
5.
Right. Okay. So, in that sense, you should have like, what's your body normally anyway? Without the.
My body normally is 7. So I'm at 13 right now.
Oh, that's right. I don't have to think about it. So your body's 13 right now?
Yeah.
So you're getting based on this current system, you have 3 more on your health level max for the time being.
So you'd be at an 8 health level max?
Yeah.
Makes sense. And you said I took
So
31.
again,
You said 31.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, that's good. You're only a third down.
So here's the question. Ivar's just kind of checking everyone because Ivar's got his delayed action. Is there anybody needing a quick heal? Because Ivar's got the ability to do his Touch of Nirvana, which is his will check, and it'll increase health bars based
I
on the
mean,
number of degrees
I'm gonna
success.
need health, but I regen every health. I luckily
Okay.
I
That's
have
right, you've
regen.
got regen on.
Yeah. She'll
That was
regenerate.
very imperative.
Ivar's just checking with him. Beric, you okay? Colt.
Don't touch me.
I mean,
Eric's like,
And then
stop! Don't!
and you can just see
Riv is
you can
tore
see
up.
smoke coming from his skin because he's in the bubble. He says, "Don't touch me."
Riv is gonna be asking for it because she's tore up. Like all, like she's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 levels down right now. Like
Does
if she
Riv
didn't
want?
have the, if she didn't have this granite armor, she would be dead.
Okay, so Ivar's gonna do Touch of Nirvana on, which is it's gonna be 10 plus the number of degrees of success, or is it multiplied? Let me check here real fast. So my will check equals
Oh my God.
plus 1 health bar. Health regain is the will plus success.
What the fuck, Scott? What is that?
It's from Mad TV. It's Stuart. He's the
Yeah.
like,
Let me do
no,
my stuff.
stop! Look what I can do.
Yeah,
He's like a 5-year-old.
it's really funny.
Goddamn.
Stop! That's what they're. Stop! Whoa! What is this gif? This gif is inappropriate.
Well, if she gets healed by the touch of Nirvana, that's Nirvana.
It's actually 6 degrees of success. Because that one was off of my 10, so I have 6 degrees of success. And so the health regen will be my will plus the successes. So it's 10 plus 6. That'd be 16.
Yeah.
Would you like me to bump up those 2 6s for you?
No, don't use your luck. I'll be fine.
All right.
All right.
So you get 16 health from that, and Ivar, after he like caresses you, in a like creepy way, you feel better, and so you hate yourself.
I mean, I'm in
You
so
like
much pain
it?
right now. Like it's taking a lot of will just to like be okay. So
Yeah.
I don't really like register what he's doing.
So
Cole.
you guys are like all in the bubble now, because
So as
Dark Knight goes blip blip and like just appears inside of the bubble with everybody else, and you can see the crashing onslaught of all of these creatures, literally pressing up against it. And you can see some of them are like frying as they're being pressured into the bubble and can't go past it.
So what did we learn? Stay with Dark Knight, and he's just smoldering his skin. Stay with Ivar, but like some of the rents that were on his body because he used 4 SFR to regenerate, he regenerated 40 points of damage.
Nice.
So you just see like the rents in his clothing just kind of heal up, but he's still kind of smoking at the collar at this point, like a demon should in a holy field.
Yeah.
And
As it should.
Ivar looks around and says, "Does anybody else want to use this?" And he just holds up the sword.
Dark Knight's like looking at it, looking at you. He's like, whatever that is insane. Where did you even get that?
I borrowed it from God.
He just shakes his head. That's beyond me. I was like, we need to keep moving forward. Colt, are you able to still find where we need to go, perhaps? You seem to be very determined when we came in.
And you just see him shift and says, and it's just the huntsman against that long hair with like an axe in his hand, like right from the story of the Little Red Riding Hood. Just kind of like, and he just kind of cocks his head to the side, and he sees the trail going off and says, "Well, he's that way."
Ivar, we're gonna follow you. We'll stay inside the bubble and we'll move through these troops. This is going to be insane.
Now,
And as Ivar walks forward, he's doing this with the sword.
Now, since John is since the huntsman, sorry, I had to figure out which personality. Since the
It is
huntsman's
confusing.
near the sword, how is the cult affected by the sword itself?
I mean, if you were touching it, it would directly burn the shit out of you, but because you're not, you're just kind of like, like somebody shining a really bright light in your eye.
So he's just kind of doing that and says, "Ivar, I know John indulges you. Could you mind not doing that?
Doing what?
2 hours later.
That.
And
So,
then Ivar at that point stops swinging it and then just takes the sword, he holds it up and just points it out and lets the light of the sword point the way.
Right. He goes, that's fine. And the dark path that he sees, because it's reality warp, you just see like green trees kind of grow up around. It's almost like picturesque reality that's forming around them. But it's like a bubble reality within a bubble reality. It's the storybook forest inside of a nightmare forest that they're trapped in, inside of a bubble, and then just the huntsman going that way.
Right. All right. Well, it is now that time. We'll have to hold here. Everybody is strategically placed and able to move through the marionettes and the dead forest. And we will have to pick this up on Thursday next week to see exactly how much more crazy it's going to get.
That was pretty crazy.
I thought we were going to die.
I thought you could die, depending on how it goes, but because you had a mind-blowing, orgasmic level tactics roll, I basically had to point out that you could just have everybody huddle up. So,
well, thank you for that.
Thanks for the orgasm.
Yeah. I mean, that's what tactics is there for. It's free hints from the GM. It's a really great skill. So...
That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Wait until you get to the fuckery that I've developed for the rest of it.
Oh my god. It's like our DM learned all our strengths and weaknesses and is using them against us.
You think?
Well, I mean, that kind of makes sense. Sinclair knows cold, and so, you know.
Yeah.
It's the same deal.
It's going to be fun.
I think that's what makes it brilliant. Is it really tests us to go beyond what we normally do, because you get into a pattern of these are the skills I use. This forces us out to different skills.
So far, I've been able to get you guys to kind of warp that reality more than once. Which is kind of my own feather in my own hat, so to speak. I'm glad I've been able to do that.
Well, I also have to applaud the number of all of us who had things that we had picked up somewhere along the line that we had used early in the game that were like, oh yeah, we still have this from this time, and now is the time to use it.
Where'd you get that sword? From God?
Yeah.
I love, though, the description of it when I had read it years ago, when we first started, is...
years ago.
Years ago, we played long enough. It's Gabriel's sword is a long Imperium braid that the Archangel Gabriel keeps on his person at all times. It's his personal weapon of choice. And here's Ivar like...
Hello.
I'll borrow this, please.
I lick it. It's mine.
But this sword, besides the light properties, D, which you described perfectly, is it can kill any human angel, including Gabriel himself.
Mm-hmm.
And it can kill higher, lower angels, archangels, anything divine or satanic. This sword goes right through and kills them. And it's not even like, it's just a touch. And you swing it through.
It's basically a hand-to-hand weapon that has the same potency as a nuclear weapon. Yeah.
And you gave it to Ivar.
And he gave
yes!
it to Ivar.
Good Omens, goddamn. I still split so many guts watching that show.
Drew, have you watched Good Omens?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I love... Dude, Han.
The Archangel
Gabriel.
David Tennant and Michael Sheen are a combination that should stay together forever.
They're making season 2.
I know, I heard. I'm so ecstatic.
Nice.
Good Omens on Amazon Prime. Watch that shit. It's amazing.
It's 6 episodes.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. It's the 28th tomorrow.
Yeah.
Gotta water my plant.
Vox Machina.
Oh, Vox Machina.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's coming out too. So we get to see what that's about.
That's gonna be interesting because I was
I've been watching the campaign, like
Well.
campaign 1, and like one of the people is not in it later, and so I'm like, what happened to Orion? Why is his character, this like sorcerer, dragonborn sorcerer dude, like not in the later campaign? Apparently there's all this drama where he was like fudging dice rolls and like cheating
Oh,
during the
shit.
game and stuff, so
People
like
do that?
Oh,
they ejected him from the game, but
foul
then, like,
play! Foul play!
in the show they're like, the 7 of us have always been together, and I'm like, oh, they're like erasing his existence, because there was the 8 players in the first 30 episodes or whatever.
Wow. I didn't
Well,
realize
that's-
people cheated. Why would
Well,
you
the
do
the funny thing is David Tennant is actually one of the voice actors in the show. So there's that.
Yep.
Yeah, they got a really good voice cast. You know, they know all the voice actors because they're all voice actors.
Yeah,
that? They know the people, man.
that's the truth.
I'm looking forward to that, to watching a D&D cartoon set in 5th edition with swearing.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
like a real game.
Yeah.
Like a real game. Like Shadows.
Like literally in the first episode of their first campaign, first episode, we're like 20 minutes in, and he's like, well, I'm gonna go off to the whorehouse, and they're like, you're a Goliath in a dwarven town. And he's like, do I need 2 whores? Like, and I'm like, oh my god. The mechanics of this. You are 8 feet tall. Yeah.
You're longer than they are tall.
Yeah.
Who knows what Goliath likes to do with those dwarves, but we don't ask.
Well,
Well, on that note, I hate to say this. 1, I'm tired. 2, 3 episodes of Vox Machina now are up, and with that, I'm out.
yeah. Gentlemen, it's been a lovely pleasure.
Happy birthday tomorrow, Drew.
Happy birthday,
Oh,
Drew.
Saturday.
Damn.
Saturday.
Saturday.
Hope you have a great day.
Right? Same.
I hope it's great too.
40. 40.
Or 0.
You're gonna be old.
If it makes you feel better, my neighbor bought me a 40 as a joke, and he got me a bottle of King Cobra. And I saw it. I'm like, you bought me a 40 of malt liquor? He's like, yeah, I'm gonna make you drink it. I'm like, you don't have to make me drink it. I love this shit. And he's like, what? Dude, I used to drink this all the time.
You can see him visibly reevaluating his opinion of you.
Yeah.
He's like,
East Bay, bitch.
yeah, man. you
And
like
happy
malt
birthday
liquor.
to your lovely wife as well.
Thank you very much. I'll pass on the word.
Wow.
Good.
So,
These
I'm
chitlins are
gonna-
getting rowdy, so I gotta dip.
Yep.
yep,
I
I'm
can see
out
that.
too.
Say
Good
hi to
night,
the
all.
kiddos for me.
Later, gentlemen. Later to our viewers.